Hello, everybody. Hello. Let me know that you can hear me all the way to Detroit, all the way to the Pleasant Grove, all the way to downtown Dallas. If you're in South Dino, Dallas, Texas, let me know that you're in the building. If you're all the way in Florida, maybe you at Miami, maybe you about to hit that curfew that they got. Please get off the street now. They are arresting folks. Get yourself to your hotel. It's not worth it because that's on your record. After this little spring break, you're going to try to get a job, and they're going to say, what is this public disturbance going on in Miami? Either way, I got with me some of the baddest brothers with the best sports talk here. I got Jason Maryland with me all the way from that Detroit, and I got with me Jermaine Nation, the minister of hate. I got him with us all the way from the Gritty Grove. Anyway, I'm glad to have y'all here. I'm glad y'all not in Miami because they are arresting folks.
Yeah, they make it bad for everybody else, man.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, and it's not a topic, we see it's like I'm going to be defiant.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8 o'clock. I mean, I know you young, but you fussing with the police. Like they saying 8 o'clock, you got to wrap it up. It's been like that, though.
Right.
Yep.
It wasn't a new rule. I mean, Jason, you are Ric Flair. So you let us know you just came from Miami.
So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on in with a spin to this because I just came from Miami and the timing was perfectly planned on purpose to go the time frame that we went because I already knew the turn up was coming a short 72 hours after we got back. I already knew from then until this past weekend, it was going to be complete chaos, and it's not like the old school spring break, where it's just spring break shenanigans. No, this is that new school spring break where you just don't want to have your lady around, around that.
No.
I'm not one that's worried about being in the midst of the crowd and and having a good time, but the one thing that you can't dictate nowadays is the actions of others, and that's where I feel like, let's do it a week before to miss all the ruckus. And sure enough, all I've been seeing has been nothing but I've been seeing female fights. I've been seeing male fights. I see one video, dude ran out on the bill and the server and like the bus boy ran this guy down, tackled him in the middle of the street. Street is crowded with people. They drag him right on back in to the restaurant. People in the streets dancing and twerking and stuff. Traffic can't go. All this happened at the same time.
Yes.
And I'm like, wow, I was just on that street. That street was nice and clear with sunshine and palm trees and people walking poodles and stuff.
Right.
So
go ahead.
Though is that like that's how it normally is like Memorial Day weekend. It's called Black Beach Week, and so I've been there for a couple of times, and I want to say the first time that we went was like maybe 2013. No, it was 2011 of Memorial Day, and it was it was like in between 300,000 to 500,000 Black people descended upon Miami all at once. So I get it. I get it.
Well, like I said, it's crazy. If you're in Miami, if you got a friend there, tell them to get into the hotel. It'll be all right. Folks is getting arrested. People are fighting. I mean, yes, it's ladies fighting ladies and guys fighting guys, but I saw one where it's a guy fighting a young lady. I mean, there's no like repercussions for the fights. And these are these are bad fights. These are UFC kind of fights.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it. So, I mean, enjoy yourself. Miami is a beautiful city. I love when we went for our cruise. And that was my first time going there. I never seen a city like that. So y'all enjoy yourself. But there's some other things happening. We're going to get into the sports world. The major thing I want to talk about, like, the NCAA has brought, you need to watch this TV today kind of madness, because you don't know who is about to fall down. There's no way y'all were predicting out there Oral Roberts was knocking off Ohio State. I mean, Abilene knocking off UT, which I think that's gonna cost Shaka his job. I mean, I think he was already on thin ice, and you lost in the first round to Abilene Christian. Yeah. North Texas coming through and winning, and that's just some of the major upsets of people not winning. Duke is not even in the tournament. What y'all think is going on, brother?
That's crazy that they didn't even make the NIT. I thought maybe like the NIT was like the runner up to the the NCAA, but they didn't even make that. That's how bad that season was. I think for me, like I think at this point, Coach K just needs to call it quits. You know, I mean, he's had a good run.
Dang.
When he didn't,
you always trying to make somebody retire. Oh,
I mean, he tried to. All the letters of resignation that y'all done called for in football, and you made it happen.
That was getting fired, but Lee, I mean that you're not good at this anymore. We want to make the man retire.
He's
but you're right.
When he had all that talent with Cam Reddish and Zion and Barrett, and they didn't go to the championship, game at least or whatever. At that point, he should have just been like, okay, it's been real, y'all. And so I think that at this point he just has to give it up.
If y'all have comments, please comment in the comments. We're going to react to them live. I promise you. Please share, like, and subscribe. Jason, what's going on? Because, I mean, Michigan's still looking nice out here.
As of right now, yeah. I mean, Michigan looking like they're going to go a long way in this tournament, unless something unforeseen happens. I mean, out of all those upsets, we also had Purdue go out early. Who was, they looked like they was gonna do something. They ain't do nothing but go home. Who else? Yep. They went out. North Tech.
Illinois went out.
Illinois went out.
Number one seed.
Yeah.
Dropping.
Yep. So I'm at this point. Like I said in the text messages, man, this ain't no more brackets. This just a good old fashioned tournament now, man.
Right.
Like take all the ranks out of it. I just want to see these boys ball now. But right. As far as favorites go, I see Michigan State getting to the dance on that particular side, and on the other side for the teams that's left, I'm probably leaning towards Baylor to get there. I know if AJ was on the show, he'd be right there with me. But I mean, them boys is looking pretty athletic.
Well, I can say that my bracket is not so bad. It's not great, but it ain't like terrible. But I know some people brackets like they just need to throw them in trash. You don't have a winner. Now, I will say I was pumping Liberty because I'm like, I thought Oklahoma State was going to fold. And they came through, but then they lost to Oregon. Syracuse beat West Virginia. But I think Houston's going to take that game. I'm trying to see. And I had Texas losing to Michigan because I want to see Juwan Howard bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see that. I think that would be like, come on, man. You Juwan Howard bringing it home for Michigan. That just sounds like so much great justice for all the years that the Fab Five didn't pull it home.
Yep.
So that's what I'm rooting for there.
Now, me personally, I'm a Ducks fan. From a football standpoint, I wouldn't mind seeing the basketball team go far too, but they on the same side as Michigan. And I like peace in my house.
And I tell you, I didn't have them doing nothing. I mean, I thought Texas was going to come through. You got to make your free throw. There's Sister Mitchell said, the free throws, brother.
Yes.
Late fouls, man. Come on.
Right.
And I'm like, Shaka gonna be out here. Gonna have to get Jermaine to have that job fair for him. Don't you have job fair coming up, Jermaine?
Yeah, we trying to put a virtual job fair together.
Okay, I mean that's good. He'll be in Austin because he gonna have to find because Shaka was already on thin ice. Folks didn't want him. He came in under another AD, and so they're like, okay, he's winning, but I mean, you losing the first round and with Abilene Christian, and
Right.
and then the second round, Abilene didn't. I mean, but it's not blowouts like it used to be. You know, these games are very, very close.
Final four. It's gonna be Michigan versus Gonzaga.
Gonzaga looks nice.
I don't know about the other side.
Baylor. See, I think Houston gonna bring that through. They're gonna beat Syracuse.
They almost lost that last game though.
There's a lot of almost lost stuff. Then I mean, Baylor looks nice.
They do.
They still got to play. They got a tough game ahead of them. Arkansas got to go against Oral Roberts. I'm kind of rooting for Oral Roberts. I want them to make it.
Yeah.
Is that kind of crazy?
I mean, they done sent Ohio State and Florida home.
Right, in Florida, right? At Ohio State.
Right.
So why would Arkansas be better than them, right?
They done sent two heavyweights home.
And you can't tell me their facilities look like Arkansas's or Florida's or Ohio State or Roberts. They praying for everything.
Yep. Yep.
So, but that's the kind of difference I think with the women's bracket. You still have dominant powers that are going to blow out the 15th seed, the 10th seed. You know, they're going to blow them out. You got a blue blood guard that's the, you know, South Carolina, you know, you name it, UConn, people like that. But I feel like on the men's side, there's a lot more parity. Why is there so much more parity on the men's side where Oral Roberts really might knock off Arkansas?
That's just the essence of the tournament. I mean, you know, maybe like during the regular season, if Oral Roberts went up against the Florida or Ohio State, it'd be different. I think it's just the essence of the tournament. I think it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's almost like the playoffs. It's just like that team that just barely got in. That's the team that you have to worry about because they don't have anything to lose, you know. And so I think that that's what happens to a lot of these no-name teams or these low seeds or whatever. They don't have anything to lose and everything to gain. So it's like we about to play lights out, and a lot of times it works for them.
Do you think that back in the day you used to have Magic Johnson for Michigan State, you had Larry Bird for Indiana, those kind of type of players were there who will later be Hall of Famers, but the guys in the tournament, those guys go to the league. They're already gone. Maybe they're one and done, maybe they didn't even go in at all like LaMelo.
Right.
Everybody else is pretty much even. I mean, to think Duke didn't even make it this year. Duke did not make it.
Right.
I feel like it's a shift where it may be more entertaining, really, for us to see more competitive basketball from the first game to the end. And I feel like on the ladies' side, you still have very Baylor women. That's UConn women. Those girls, those young ladies are going to go to the WNBA, but they can't go one and done.
Right.
So I feel like that's a little bit of the parity on the east, on the difference on the east side, and so it really comes down to coaching and what your players really know. I mean, Oral Roberts, who's paying attention to them, right?
The world is now.
They are, but what ESPN game do they probably ever have during the regular season?
Never seen one.
Right.
Never seen one. We see Duke all the time, North Carolina all the time. You know, UCLA, all these, you know, the so-called favorites. You know. But I mean, Abilene Christian, and I don't know, like, did UT not respect Abilene, or was Abilene that good?
Both. In this case, I mean, but I mean, UCLA went ahead and handled business in the 20-point blowout against them. So that kind of lets you know that UT probably was probably on the off game. They probably came in like Abilene Christian.
Right.
And then by the time that buzzer went, you lost by one. It's probably the same for Oral Roberts. Them boys came out and knocked Ohio State and Florida in the mouth. But as far as the parity goes, um, you know, when you make it to the bracket per se, and you are the 16th, seed, regardless of which side you're on, that pressure is already there. Like, it's already assumed that you are one and done. You're gonna show up, get a tour of the facilities, and then get you on up out of here. Like, they're not expecting you to really do anything, but this also puts light on organizations' program. I mean, hey, Oral Roberts could have been a school that somebody looked at, but it's like, man, I'm not going to play there.
Right.
But then you look up and now they balling, and it's like, well, wait a minute, I might get a chance there. Smaller school, or not as big, but they made it to the big dance, so they doing something right. So I really think for those teams that aren't the Michigans and Floridas and Ohio States, that like it's everything just to make it here and get through a couple rounds, as it is for winning the thing. Winning the thing is bonus for these guys, because then now we talking like new floor, we talking new sponsorships, we talking jersey, we talking all that stuff that kind of follows. But the women, I see in the comments, the Demetrius said, don't even get started on the women. Now this is separate from the tournament, still NCAA related, but they showed the weight room difference.
True.
You saw that, like, the men had basically a whole gym, like a whole basketball gym, cleared out with nothing but weight equipment, row by row.
Right.
They turned to the right, and behind the curtain, it was a weight rack with 8 dumbbells on it, from like 5 pounds to 20, going down. The ones and that was it.
But can I say this? In basketball, I ain't know none of y'all jokers play lifted weights on the cool. I'm like, y'all lifting weights? When y'all getting swole? I'm like, because I'm like, on the men's side, that ain't gonna get used. Come on, man.
What, the weights?
The weight, come on. I'm like, ain't too many basketball diesel dude. Most of them, I wish AJ was on the show, because I want to make a Kevin Durant comment. Most of them looking like Kevin Durant with the bird chest. I'm like, come on, man.
Now,
they did the women dirty. It just was so dirty how they did. But look what social media did.
Yep. And they put the power of social media. But when I was coming up, we had weight training. Like, that was part of practice. Depending on what day of practice it was, we was in the gym, for that particular practice. For at least half of it, hitting the weights and everybody going through certain reps and stuff. So. But of course,
I just knew some basketball dudes feel like if they bulked up, it would mess up their shot. Now I'm like, yeah, silly, and to me it's a little silly. But I think about the Kevin Durant's, when you think about, especially when he's in college. Even now, he's so thin. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot. Steph Curry. I think about LeBron as swole, but I'm like, he been looking old since he was a freshman in high school. He looked like he about to get Social Security. He looked grown. He been looking grown. I'm just saying, y'all go act like the man, they look grown in the picture with them children when he was in high school. He looked grown. Like, who daddy is this man playing? But they did the ladies wrong, and it didn't make sense. It was too simple to do the right thing.
Right. And they told them they didn't have no space, but they had a whole equal size space available that the men had, literally to the right, but they told them they didn't have enough space.
Right. And it's just like, but the NCAA, let's just be honest. The NCAA as an organization, we talk about garbage organizations. They are one of those garbage organizations. Like, they can't get the football stuff right. They can't, just on top of. They make things harder for themselves than they should.
Yep.
I really felt sorry for, was it VCU, Virginia Commonwealth? They had to forfeit the game. Why you can't reschedule? I'm like, and you just gonna let the other team come on up? Why not have a team waiting? Like, okay, if you forfeit, then this team gets to come on in I mean, just to let them. That I didn't think that was fair, but NCAA.
So why did they have to forfeit? Was it because of COVID?
Because of COVID,
Okay.
somebody tested, but then even like the women's test versus the men's test, the men have like a better COVID-19 test than the ladies do. It's just like I can't believe in March, which is Women's History Month, we doing this.
Right.
I mean, come on, it was too simple. It's like being in Black History Month, and you're gonna say all the black players are not gonna get a sack. Like you can't do that. Not in that month. At least not in that month. Don't be that. And it's like it was too easy. It was too easy. But also I wish people would see some of these schools like Oral Roberts. When they come to the tournament, they're just happy to be there. Because this is the best they getting. And so I wish there was some equal or somehow some equality in what all the teams get. Because what Oregon gets, that's not what Jackson State getting. Promise you that. Or Baylor. Y'all been down to Waco lately?
Nope.
I know Chip and the Fixer Uppers down there in May Waco famous, but Baylor got a nice campus. They spend a lot of money in their sports. Top of the line across the board. UT also. When I think about Oral Roberts, when I see that team, I'm like, man, I'm cheering for you. Because I know it may look like a high school gym.
Where are they? I'm trying to see where they located.
Oral Roberts?
Tulsa?
Yeah, Oral Roberts in Oklahoma. Come on, y'all. And no diss to Oklahoma. We love y'all, Oklahoma. Y'all give us support. But I'm just saying, y'all know y'all ain't spend no money. Oral Roberts is a private school. They're a private Christian school where they praying for every little gift they got. There's no state money. And so I'm hoping they get a sponsorship by this. Because to knock off Florida, a lot of money. To knock off to knock off Ohio State. You know all of Ohio money going to Ohio State. To knock out those two jokers, man, I want to see some of that on the women's side. I was watching Jackson State play Baylor. I'm like, oh, Baylor literally with start a 5, sit a 5, start the next 5. I'm like, y'all that deep? Y'all just starting roles? Jackson just out here trying. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Hey, or Roberts is knee deep in money.
Well, I mean, they do got some money. We're gonna
looking at this website. They knee deep in money.
They ain't got UT money. That's what I'm trying to say. They ain't got UT money though. UT money, real money.
I was trying to like they need to get sponsored by Chick-fil-A or somebody like.
they probably do. Oh, the cool Chick-fil-A probably already. That's what they do. That's what Chick-fil-A, and all the other companies, probably Home Depot. You know,
they sponsored by Whataburger. They sponsored by the Go-Go Squeeze applesauce, Hyatt Place, Nike, of course, a whole bunch of random spots. But I'm just on the website scrolling through, and I mean, all I see like long money.
we need to go up there because you know how some people will make their stuff like Instagram. You look like you skinny, but you got them Spanx on. Come on now. You know how people be not telling the whole truth on this stuff. I want to see a video. I'm just saying, I might have attended Liberty, and I mean they got their money look long now, but I've been to some other people's campuses. They ain't the same money. University of Michigan, that's some different money. That's a nice campus. That's nice.
Now, where this is located, I've driven by this campus on more than one occasion because every year I go to a bowling tournament in Tulsa.
Okay.
And the bowling alley, literally, I'm looking at the map, is right down the street. So I have to pass it going to and from. I mean, I can't tell that it's like the website looks great, but I can't tell it's that when I ride by.
Right. And I would say we probably go to Abilene Christian website. I'm sure it's not. Because I driven by Abilene Christian. I'm like, oh, that's it? Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some people out here that when they get on Facebook, when they get on Instagram, some of y'all brothers getting food out there because they looking real nice. They doing these headshots. You don't know how they looking. Some of y'all sisters getting food. They doing headshots. You don't know how they looking. Some of these schools doing the same thing. Yeah. Well, yeah, we might do a summer visit. My babies, Cool or Robert. We ain't trying to go down that route. We're gonna try
private.
to right. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna Spelman or Morehouse or Howard. We're gonna go that route. We're gonna try to on scholarship. So who y'all got winning? I want to see y'all gonna change it. Who do y'all have winning the big dance?
I would say Gonzaga.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Michigan.
Okay. I'm gonna see. I think I have. Want to make sure I got it right. But my bracket's still looking decent.
If Gonzaga get past Michigan, then I mean, if
Oh yeah,
whichever one of them two teams beat each other is the one that's gonna win.
I got Michigan versus Baylor, and Michigan winning 95-90.
Oh, you expecting to be no defense?
First I got to get you.
Oh, say it again.
I said first I got to get past LSU. LSU's hanging in like you can't.
And once you disclose where you from, your peoples, you know y'all Louisiana stuff. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on. We ain't gonna go there. Another school that's a lot of money in Louisiana, LSU, nice campus. They ain't gonna get St. Louis to Southern, but it's all cool. It's cool. We ain't tripping. So they gonna beat LSU. They gonna beat LSU.
They need to pick up the pace, though. I tell you that.
Southern
Well, what you say?
They need to pick the pace. They need to pick the pace up right now. It's 49-45. As I'm talking, LSU's score was going up.
Okay. I don't want to jinx nobody. Cause I don't want to do that. So we gotta pull it through. Cause I would like to find that person whose bracket is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so you can win the money through ESPN if you get 100%. I'm like, is this somebody who has 100% bracket right now in America? It can't be.
Probably not.
It cannot be.
Mm-mm.
Not right now. Can't be. Well, so are y'all happy with the tournament? Y'all happy how it's going so far?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I like the shake up, man. I mean, that's what keep you interested.
Exactly. And I feel like I want the women's side to get like that. I feel like it is great what's happening. You knocking out big time schools. You're getting to advertise yourself. That's free advertisement. I love it. I want the same thing on the women's side, and I especially want to see like my Jackson States and the whomever else. I want to see them come through. Xavier, Dillard, whatever them. I want to see them come on through. Because what I saw, what Baylor did to Jackson State, I said that can't happen anymore. You just got multiple teams, and there's one squad that just sitting there like, I mean, they bring fresh people off the bench and they dominated. They just switch out five for another five. So I just want some more parity on that side, if that's possible.
I mean,
go ahead.
With these, I know what the HBCUs is that, I mean, they have good players. Like I remember, like I want to say maybe my sophomore, junior year, like Dillard won, the championship or whatever. But it's like these players are not, these players are the ones that don't get the D1 offers. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's what you have playing at like a Southern, Jackson State, Morehouse is the players that didn't get the D1. So when they have to go up against a D1 school like a Michigan or Baylor or something like that, they get smoked.
I mean, size difference. I'm not trying to key on the Baylor one, but they look bigger from point guard to the center. I mean, I'm like, you found all the tall girls and not one for Jackson. So I'm like, come on, I know somebody growing something in Mississippi. Come on, there's no more cornbread left. So it just, I didn't want to see more parity because I really am liking the Oral Roberts story. There's no way that somebody had in a bracket, you knocking off Ohio State. I did not put that. I did not. I'm like, oh, you're going to lose to Florida. Those nights. And you beat Florida. And I'm like, why can't y'all not beat Arkansas? I really believe y'all can beat Arkansas at this point. And I would love for y'all to almost get to the final. I mean, I don't need y'all to beat Michigan because Juwan Howard. That's who I'm pulling for. He was a former Maverick. I'm pulling for this brother. And for the Fab Five, because I feel like they got cheated back in the day. Who would personally? I'm not trying to hate Demetria or Jason, but I did not know about University of Michigan until the Fab Five as a kid. I said, man, these brothers are cool. They got these black socks, these long shorts. They ain't out here like Isaiah Thomas with these short shorts. They out here. They hooping. And I just want to see them bringing home. I feel like it's the right thing for them to do. And I got love for Baylor. I'm like, y'all good. Y'all still got Fixer Upper down there. Y'all good.
Definitely be a good history history addition right there to the story. Kind of close that chapter out.
Yes, and they all have made up now. I mean, I feel like we need to do one segment at one point on the Fab Five and how you felt, Jason, growing up. Yeah, I don't know about you, Jermaine, but I remember T-shirts. You know, my mom would take us to Burlington Coat Factory, and so you had UT stuff, but they were selling Michigan Wolverines. And yes, Desmond Howard was there, and all. I mean, Michigan was popping. Georgetown, you know what that was about.
Yeah.
With Allen Iverson, people like that. But I remember Michigan being so famous, and I remember watching that documentary too.
Yeah. Was it what? I remember like the iconic, thing where they were playing. I forgot who they were playing against, and I think it may have been the championship game in the March Madness, and I think what's his name?
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber thought they had a timeout and they didn't, or whatever. Was that the championship game?
It was Wasn't that championship? That was was that North Carolina?
I think they were playing North Carolina.
It was.
Yeah.
I remember that night. He looked broken.
So the part that really made that particular era dope is that you had Fab Five balling, Michigan football was going nuts, and then the Pistons was doing the bad boys deal at that particular point in time. So I mean, like sports wise, and then the Red Wings was also crowbarring people as well. Michigan couldn't do no wrong. Tigers were sucking still, but
and y'all had Barry Sanders. Y'all had Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders was going, but it's from a championship perspective. You had, like I said, you had Detroit Pistons, you had the Red Wings doing their thing, and then the Fab Five was doing their thing, and Michigan football was dominant then. So
yes,
it was a good time. Good time to be alive.
Yeah. So that's why I do want to see Juwan bring it home. I'm sorry for Texas. Shaka, we got some jobs at the city of Dallas. You need to use them as a reference. Shaka, I'm there for you, brother. Jermaine will have a virtual job fair for you because I don't think they're gonna give you more no more time.
Right.
I don't think so, Shaka. I just he grew his hair out. I just knew, brother, my tournament, I got you in the Elite 8, brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
He in the Elite 8, all right, and that's the boarding lane to get on the plane to get back home.
Right. I'm and I hate to see that. You hate to see good dudes. I feel like he's a good dude. He's trying. And Texas is a hard state to recruit in. You got a lot of different, good programs that are trying to get your Texas boys out of here. And they're not necessarily trying to stay home.
Right.
And Texas hasn't been a solid, great basketball program. It's really a football program.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hate that for Shaka. And like I said, Jermaine, please make sure you post that. And I'm sure he followed the show. And Jermaine will make sure you get a job. Atmos is hiring, and we always got life insurance. Life insurance, people are hiring.
Right. FedEx is always hiring.
Right. And don't you still got some position open at community court?
We don't. We start today, so yeah.
I'm sorry, Shaka. Y'all could have got you in with community court, but I know you lost your job. I just know that. There's folks that I know who lost their job, man.
Yikes.
And it's like Harbaugh. Harbaugh should be fired by this time.
Right.
He just like Shaka.
Yeah.
He not gonna win, and he gonna bring it to the point. Come on, man, what happened?
Right. But he got
what do you say?
He got an extension.
He did. He got some pictures on somebody. I don't know how Jim Harbaugh keeps his job because I'm like, you cannot be Ohio State.
Right.
You cannot beat them. It doesn't matter who they coach is in that place. Right. You are not beating them. No. So
got some pictures on somebody.
He got some pictures. He has to. He knows some information on somebody. That's how some people keep a job. You're like, how you still employed? And they're like, let that be. And you know what it is. So it's so much going on. I know we are. We got the NBA. Y'all pray for my boy LeBron because that didn't look good.
Yeah.
And the Lakers don't have nothing else besides him and AD. But Luka looking nice. Luka looking nice. We didn't talk about Blake going to the Nets. I feel like the Brooklyn Nets is solid.
Yeah.
It just, I feel like a wave is trying to come where we're going to have some interesting stories come out through our sports and everything. So y'all get ready for that. Brothers, I appreciate y'all. I ain't trying to hold y'all too much over because I know games are playing tonight. I'll let y'all get back to that. Do y'all got any big predictions, any bold predictions on what's going to happen tonight in the NCAA?
I think LSU is going to pull it out.
do you do this? This is what you right. Because people think we not cool. I met somebody on the street like, oh, you that dude that minister, y'all ain't cool. I'm like, what you talking about? He always disagreeing. He always hating. Always.
Like the setup could be, you could talk 5 minutes and be like, and that's why I love Michigan. Jermaine, how about you? I hate him. What? Wait. Immediately.
Right. Right. I mean, I don't want to bring up Jesus on here because I'm like, I don't want you to say so just to say, like, I mean, I know you're going to hate on the Cowboys. That's all day. I already know that. And I'm cool with that. At this point in my life, our friendship is about you going to hate the Cowboys, and that's what it's going to be. And I don't want you on our bandwagon because the one time you did, we were horrible. So you stay out. You stay out. So I just know you're going to hate. But I'm like, unless you about to bring that through. I had that feeling like you're going to bring that. I knew you're going to bring that. LSU. It's all good. It's all good. I don't want the street stalking that we got beef. We don't have no beef. Jermaine just a natural hater. That's all. Hate. He hate. Don't want nobody getting money. He hates. Okay. So LSU. So he said LSU. What about you, Jason?
No, I ain't got no wild predictions. I mean, tonight I'm looking forward to Michigan pulling this out. They done tied it back up after a good 10-0 run. But I mean, as far as the games is playing, nothing. Like all the good games are really over with already. Outside of the Michigan game playing, Gonzaga's already won. UCLA's won. Florida State, Colorado. No one's watching that game.
I'm hoping Alabama will beat Maryland. They'll have my bracket.
Yeah, they should beat Maryland in this particular instance, just based on who Alabama got on their squad. I mean,
right.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this night getting over. I can't wait for the next Oral Roberts game. That's
where I really, that's going to be the game. So,
right.
and that's on the 27th, Arkansas versus Oral Roberts is going to be, that's the game. That's all I want to see too.
Yeah,
I don't really care about nothing else.
You're going to see all the scholarship Arkansas folks and their families on one side.
Jerry Jones.
And then you're going to see all the long money of the private school folks who make nothing less than $500,000 a year on their side.
Look, Jerry Jones is a donor to Arkansas, multi-billionaire. That's going to be on the Arkansas side. All them praying. They going to be Sunday. They going to Wednesday night. They're going to be at the prayer meeting. They're gonna be at the prayer meeting. There's already one preacher I know. He talked about the book they've been reading, Christ-centered masculinity, things like that. Look, it's a prayer group for them. Arkansas just got Jerry Jones.
Arkansas need to be starting the layup line now.
They might want to go to church and get some church in. Because I'm telling you, Oral Roberts, it's somebody praying today.
Right.
That's a praying place.
Right.
I know they prayed up. Creflo Dollar, everybody praying. Joel Osteen, all of them jokers is praying for Oral Roberts today.
Right.
And they united in their prayer. Robert Jeffries, everybody is praying for Oral Roberts. I don't know why, but look, and I want to see them beat them because I want to see some more confusion.
Yep, T.D. Jason already took up an offering.
Stop by the Potter's house and get some chicken too. Then while you
look, it's gonna be all in the fake. That's why I love about it, because it's funny how it just people got small stories of why they support Oral Roberts. I think it's gonna be great. I love it. I'm excited for it. I want to see them take down Arkansas. That means Jerry Jones gonna be in a funk. That's cool. That's called payback. That's payback. Well, brothers, I appreciate y'all. I know we went a little bit over, but I appreciate y'all. Let me let y'all know. First of all, y'all need to find Jason Maryland. I'm hoping he's posting this on his Facebook. He has just released another single. It's not that long, but a single from True Vessel. It is fire. And they are about to release a podcast, Dope Daughters. And I'm hoping that's going to be the theme music for it. Because when I say that's fire, that need to be on somebody's radio today. But that was fire, what I heard right before I got to the show. No reason why I was a little tardy for my party. I was listening. I listened to that 5 times. I said, hey, that's something that make you, or Robert may need to bump that in the locker room before they go. Because they're going to be bold and they're going to shoot a lot of threes and dunk on Arkansas. It was that fire. So I'm hoping Jason will go to Jason Maryland's Facebook and listen for True Vessel. And that thing is fire. Okay?
After I dirtied the track up, I had to have the wife come back through and clean it all up, man.
It's got a nice bass. It's got nice. I think in Miami that might be what's throwing everybody in the flux, because the bass is nice. It's a nice little ride beat. You can feel it. And so y'all also please be on lookout for Jermaine Nation. He got a job fair coming. Is that going to be at the end of March, or are we doing April?
Right now, I'm not sure because we're trying to get both of the courts up and running, the New Northeast Court and then the West Dallas Court. So I'm not sure, probably maybe April, May-ish.
Okay, April, May-ish.
Yeah.
If y'all have any tickets, y'all, go visit these Northeast Court, which is right there on Greenville, right across from Whole Foods, right? Right there by that train track. Y'all got some tickets, go over there, get your tickets handled. Don't walk around here with warrants and y'all look like the people in Miami. They're going to just keep arresting y'all. Go get, they open every Monday. Go get your warrants off your head, and Minister Jermaine, he'll work with you on your community service. You're gonna be helping somebody while helping yourself. So make sure you get that done. I told y'all, but Jason, also, if you don't have a place to go on Easter, Victory Baptist Church is having two, going back to that old love connection. 2 services, my camera, 2 services at 10 o'clock and at 12 o'clock. I'm telling you, it's going to be fire. Y'all better get ready. I might have to have True Vessel come on out here and get that. Maybe we be so special we ride a car in the sanctuary and bump the music.
we can play that song. That's not a performance song.
Okay, we can play. Okay, we can play it. We can play it.
Take breath control for True.
Yeah, because it was. I'm like, is this Notorious? Who is this? Notorious Thugs? What is this? I'm like, oh, she riding the beat now. I see the producer. I see Timberland Nation, Jay Maryland back there. I said he is producing. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't have a church home, please check out Victory Baptist Church. But if you don't have a place for Easter, as I know many churches are still not open, we would love to have you. Like I said, 2 services so that we can stay socially distant and it's gonna be fire on that day. I cannot wait how this all gonna turn out. It's gonna be great. And no, this Sunday is Palm Sunday, so check us out also at 11 o'clock. Appreciate y'all coming through, brothers. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, y'all gotta get on people's Facebook pages. There's some great things happening, and so if Jermaine don't have a job for you, he at least got some food review for you, some pizza or something. So y'all check out his Facebook, like his stuff. Y'all get on Jason's stuff. He got a lot of good stuff. I mean, if you love Wu-Tang, you need to find his page. You need to find his page. Because you can even talk to him the other day because the verses was on.
Right.
And he was basically live talking.
Right. Play by play.
Right. Play by play. Play by play.
That took me back, man. It's been a long journey. I felt like I was at the concert.
Right. So y'all do it like it should be done. Y'all have a great time. I appreciate y'all coming through. Enjoy this tournament. We're gonna see y'all next Monday to just kind of recap what's happened. And is Oral Roberts, are they gonna make it to at least the next week so we can talk about them again? And so forth. Who's gonna make it? Is it gonna be Michigan? Is anybody on the show gonna have to cry? Because LSU going down. Is anybody gonna have to cry? We don't know. But we're not gonna hate on them.
I'll bring the tissues.
Appreciate y'all, brothers. I see y'all next week. Let's salute them out. Y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all soon.